Hi, I'm John McConnell with Country Lifestyle. I want to talk to you about gun safety. Now, this is not to take the place of any state gun safety or hunting safety certification. We highly recommend you take those classes, and they're really good. We just want to talk to you about some common sense gun safety tips. First and foremost is never handle or hand anyone a loaded weapon. Probably the only exception would be when you're hunting, if you need to cross something and you want to hand a weapon over to your friend, to your hunting buddy, while you're crossing a fence or something like that, and then he hands it so that you're not crossing, climbing over something carrying a loaded gun. If you do have to, if you're by yourself or something, and you have to climb over a fence or something, unload the gun, and when you get to the other side, load it up again. Always make sure when you're handling a gun or giving it to someone that the action is open. That's this area right here. You can see that it's empty. You can do it twice to make sure there's no shells in the chamber. On a pistol, you want to remove the clip. This clip is empty, as you can see. And you want to check the action in here, and then you want to hand the pistol over like this to your friend. Always think safety first. You are responsible for yourself and your weapon. Make sure that you know your weapon. Read the owner's manual thoroughly before going out in the field or going to the range or anything. And make certain that you know all the parts and the safety and everything else. Make sure this weapon is safe to use. If you buy a used gun somewhere, it may be a good idea to bring it over to a gunsmith, have them check it out. If you happen to have an owner's manual and know how to take it apart, or get a book or look online for a manual, you can take it apart, look yourself. If you don't feel comfortable, bring it to a gunsmith. Do take gun safety classes. Most states, if not all of them anymore, have a safety certification for young people. Personally, when my son went, I went also. I learned a few things that I didn't know. It was a very good class. I would highly recommend to anyone to take these classes. Once you have the certification, you can hunt many states. Colorado, I believe Wyoming, Utah, will not allow you to hunt in their state unless you have a safety certification. Remember, your gun is a mechanical tool, and mechanical tools can malfunction. So never ever point a gun at anybody or in a general direction, even when it's unloaded. That's how accidents happen. You've heard stories before where, my gosh, I thought it was unloaded when I shot my best friend. And when you're walking with a gun, it's a good idea to carry the barrel facing upward or downward to the ground. If you're hunting with dogs, I've heard it's better to, I haven't hunted much with dogs, but I've heard it's better to hold the gun up, because there's been accidents where guys holding it down, as they bring it up, and discharges and kills the dog. Be certain that the barrel is free of any obstructions before you shoot it. And that's simply a matter of, once you know it's unloaded, you take it and look right down the barrel, and you can see all the way through. Same thing on the pistol. Once you know that it's unloaded, you can look down the barrel. You want to shine the action towards some light, and you can look right down and see that it's free of obstructions. A barrel that's clogged up with even dirt or clay, especially, when you go to shoot, if it's clogged up, it can blow up the barrel, and it causes pretty severe damage to you. When hunting or shooting skeet or even at a range, never pull the trigger until you know exactly what you're aiming at and you know what's behind it. If or when, and it will be when, you miss. And so be certain of a backdrop, be certain of what you were shooting at. We've all heard stories of, gee, I heard something in the brush, I shot thinking it was a deer, and it turned out to be a cow or a person. These are pretty rare. In fact, statistically, hunting is one of the safest sports there are, and I think mainly that's because we all recognize that we have a weapon that can kill, and so we're more careful. But I've heard of actual area tables that show cycling and basketball and football, of course, are actually more dangerous sports than hunting.